jack and then throws a shoulder for good measure.
Of this team this year. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025. Today. Just one the other way. Still going back. Now the drag. Walks up and down. Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her three right on the money.
Takes his shot for Derby. Flag out. Doesn't matter. Touchdown.
In lane 1 from Arizona, Rosalie Abel Thibault. Lane 2 from Utah, Stuart Simons. Lane 3 from Arizona, Terry Kramer. Lane 4 from ASU, Lucy Vasquez. Lane 5 from ASU, Ginger McCann. Lane 6 from Arizona, Lady Durant. Lane 7 from Utah, Ella Derby. And lane 8 from ASU, Zoe Summer.
Was the fastest swimmer in the 100 breaststroke this morning at 59.86. Missy Cutton had it was 9.30. So Elaine was the only Cutton. Maker, Peter McMahon, was second this morning. You see her in this A final tonight in lane 5. Leader Vasquez. Again, Vasquez, one of the French folks who have come to the Valley of the Sun. That was something great we benefited over the last several years by swimmers from France, and Lucy Vasquez is one of those. Underneath the 150, Vasquez the leader, a good battle for second between McMahon in 5 and 6 Jayhawks. Again, those were the 1-2 finishers in the 100 breast this morning. And they're battling A5 for second, third. We've got close to that here. Well, we didn't get the board to register for Vasquez, but I believe she was in the 2:11 range. The question is just how far into that. We'll have a backup time here shortly. But for right now, Vasquez touched first, 2:11 plus, but we don't have the text. 2:11.10, so that's an NCAA standard for
Oops. What is up, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps? Welcome into. Oh, hey, look at that magic trick. How'd you like that? Disappeared. Welcome into Taco Tuesday's edition of. Adjust. There we go. Taco Tuesday's edition of Pitchfork Lunch. You see the wonderful Hail Marley shirt. They will be playing tomorrow against that school down south in the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City. So, got that coming up. Yeah, so welcome into Tuesday's, pardon me, edition, though, of Pitchfork Lunch. Yes, I am Michael Caratonito at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. You know it, you love it. Check out the live there every day. Well, 12 to 1. And also, you can go to the wonderful world. I know I have never told you guys this before. You can go to the wonderful world of IG and go there and watch as well. All you gotta do is go to michael.caratonito.5 and then, dot between first and last name, .5 at the end. Bam. And there you are. You can follow me on the good old IG and check it out there as well. Also, you can go to YouTube, watch live on YouTube, guys, but subscribe. Those of you that haven't subscribed, the new subscribers, forks up. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, guys, guess what? You got to subscribe to it because you have missed a plethora of phenomenal con reviews, whether it be with coaches, players, voices, insiders, alum, an athletic director, everybody that's there, you have missed. So you know what I'm going to say to you, Pitchfork Lunchers? I'm glad you're here for just joining, but shame on you. Where have you been? But that's why I got you covered. So go to YouTube. You see my name, Michael Caratonito. My page is at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005, at MVC005 on YouTube, guys. And subscribe. As again, you can get all caught up, because what you can do is you can binge watch season 1. Because when I say shame on you, where have you been, I mean season 1, season 2. Now we're obviously rolling in season 3, but you can you can binge watch season 1, keep watching season 3, binge watch season 2, keep watching season 3, and then as it gets rolling forward, you'll be all caught up and everything. And when we get season 4 going next year, that's who, again, you'll be all caught up. And again, Monday through Fridays, you know what to do from 12 to 1. But again, I know sometimes you're at your desk and unfortunately you might be coworkers with somebody who went to that school down south. But they want to listen too. They act like they don't, but they want to listen too. Because yes, their basketball team is tearing it up right now. You know what I'm going to say. Let's see what happens when the tournament gets here, my friends. Let's see what happens. But they beat Kansas. They whooped Iowa State last night. So yeah, I mean that's that is where they are at. But yeah, that team down south did it. But I'm saying you should subscribe to the YouTube channel because you can get all caught up. And if you can't watch from 12 to 1, you can always go back and watch. Still hit me up in the comments. Let me know. Again, at Diablo00 on X, or so we know it's Twitter, my IG, Michael.Caratonito.5, and the YouTube, M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ, 005, at MVC005 on YouTube. And subscribe, my friends. So, yes, that is where we are with that. So, yes, I wanted to show that swimming again in lieu of, or in honor, I should say, of the back-to-back Big 12 champs, men's and women's swim and dive, along with volleyball defending their Big 12 titles from last year. That's 2 in a row for the women, being back-to-back, but that's 4 in a row for the men. The last 2 Pac-12s and the first 2 Big 12s. Yes, Sun Devil swimming forks up absolute domination. Again, like I said, can't wait to get out there between the championships that just wrapped up and the Nationals, the NCAAs, the Nationals. So, yes, that is absolutely awesome. But, yeah, Forks up to swimming. Wanted to bring it in with that because yesterday, again, a ton of men's hoops, softball, 6-0 from over the weekend. Absolutely money. So, yes, that is what you have there. So, but, yeah, let's, again, tonight, you know what's going down, my friends. You know what's going down, my pitchfork lunchers. In Tempe, it is the final home game for the Devils as they wrap up in Ames, who, again, like I said, Iowa State, like Kansas, just got whooped by that team down south. So you look at Arizona, who is a 1 seed because they beat Houston, they split with Kansas, they beat Iowa State. Yeah, they're pretty much they're pretty much going to be the number 1 seed in the Big 12 tournament, but yes, they're also going to be the number 1 seed in the NCAA tournament, which I would say one and done, but since the 16 did beat the one before, it's one of those things. I don't. Maybe the second round, the 8-9 matchup winner. But yes, Kansas tonight. At Desert Financial Arena. Again, it's on FS1, like I told you. 7 p.m. It is senior night, so again, you guys want to get there a little bit early because on the women's side, Coach Miller did it post game like Coach Durham Thorne used to do. But for the men, they do it pre-game. So again, get on out there a little bit early, and be honoring some seniors tonight on this. Honoring some seniors tonight on this team. Let's see, it's Dante Holman. There's a senior, Pig Johnson, Mo Odom. Those are the 3 seniors on the team. And Alan McCabe is a grad student. So, yes, definitely not forgetting Alan McCabe there for you, my pitchfork luncher. So, yeah, but get it out there early because Kansas, guys, like I said, it is. Well, I said it yesterday, but I'll say it again today. In recent history, as you guys know, in the recent years, Kansas has not had success against ASU. Bobby Hurley went up there and beat them. And then they came here, and they were number 1, and they went down in Tempe. So now, let's see, rankings-wise, Kansas is the number 14. I was going to say 12, but the number runs Gonzaga. So the number 14 team in the land, they are 21-8. Duke is number 1. Team down south is number 2. They got 4 votes, but they're both 27-2. 3. They're also 27-2. UConn is 4, 27-3, and 5 is Florida at 23-6. Who, just think about the number 4 and 5 team that played Arizona. Yeah, they beat them. So, and then yeah, like I said, Florida's 5. Oh, and then Big 12. Look, Iowa State, who they just beat, the 6. We'll see where if they drop or next. So Iowa State is 6. Houston, another Big 12, is 7. They got Michigan State at 8, Nebraska at 9, another Big 12, Texas Tech at 10. So in the top 10, 40% of the top 10 is Big 12. Yeah, but it's not a good conference at all. I know you guys didn't say that. I just, even supports so is that school down south is good too, which we know they are. Again, we can despise, we cannot like. And hit me up in the comments how much you don't like them and give me a funny story. But they are this year. I mean, Tommy Lloyd has them rolling, and yeah, it's crazy to me in that. And when you look at the Big 12 standings, obviously Arizona's up top. They're 15-2. They're only 2 losses, which they did lose. What was it, back-to-back games? Their first loss was against, at Kansas. Duh, they avenged that. And then they turn around and lost to Texas Tech. That was in Tucson. Kansas was at Kansas. They came home. And again, it was a 3-point game. So, and that was Kansas was a 4-point game when they were up by 21. So again, this team never out of a game. Teams might come back. But then after those 2 losses, they have ripped off 5 in a row, including BYU. They swept this year 75-68. And then they went to Houston when they were number 2. And Arizona was number 4. And they beat Houston by a touchdown, 73-66. And they actually close out with Colorado. So, again, that is – I'm just giving you that real quick. I know it is pitchfork lunch, but the Devils are 6-10. And the top 4 seeds, by the way, wouldn't play until the quarterfinals for the Big 12 tournament. So right now that is the team down south, Houston, Texas Tech, and Kansas, right? Iowa State is hoping for an ASU win over Kansas. And then they would have to beat ASU as well in Ames. But that being said, but yeah, so the team down south, Houston, Texas Tech, Kansas, they wouldn't play until the quarterfinals. The teams that would have a bye to the second round of the Big 12 tournament, just so you know, right now would be Iowa State, UCF, TCU, and West Virginia. And then the teams that would play that first round, BYU would be playing Utah right now, which would be thrilling because Utah is 2-4 team. A rivalry game first round. I'm sure BYU would love to avoid that. BYU would be playing Utah. Cincinnati would be playing K-State. Colorado would be playing Oklahoma State. And ASU would be playing Baylor, who, again, they did lose to, but close game. Love to get another shot at them. A little more healthier, too. So, yes, that is what it looks like right now. But I focus on Kansas, my friends, because Kansas, as we know, they I mean, you look at schedule-wise. They did lose to North Carolina when Carolina was 25, 87-84, second game of the year. They lost to Duke, 78-66, when Duke was number 5. So unlike, the school down south, I won those games. Would have been nice, for Kansas in the Big 12 if they won those. But anyway, Notre Dame, they beat Notre Dame. Then they lost to UConn, who, of course, Arizona beat. They did lose a game 81-75 to UCF. Then they did turn around. They beat TCU by 4. And then turned around and lost at West Virginia. They beat Iowa State. And they beat them good. Iowa State was number 2 at the time. And Kansas beat them 84-63. And then, so after they lost to West Virginia, Kansas rattled off 8 in a row, which included that 82-78 win over the school down south when they were number 1. But then they turned around and split with Iowa State. They lost to Iowa State 74-56, of course, coming off of Arizona. Then they beat Oklahoma State. Lost. I mean, Cincinnati, again, has been the team that is tough to figure out. They lost to Cincinnati. They turned around and they beat Houston by 13. I thought it was crazy. Full disclosure, I did not see any of that game. I saw the score. I watched the highlights. I don't know who was that. If somebody was out for Houston, what happened. But and then they beat Houston at home, and then they come to Arizona and they lose 84-61. Yes, they did get within 2, but couldn't hold on. So yes, now they're at ASU, and then they close out with the the state rivalry game at K-State, which they won by 24 last time. But the Devils need this, my friends, and you guys know that. You guys absolutely know that the Devils need this. Because, like I said, they are 15-14 overall, 6-10 in conference. Again, you win the last 2, you go 8-10. They did win 1 in a row, beating Utah. Did they sweep? Yes, they swept Utah. They haven't twice, so they swept Utah this year. And 9-5 at home. They have a chance to finish 10-5 at home. Chance to finish 3-8 on the road. Now, look, I mean, playing Baylor in the first round of the tournament would definitely, again, you can beat them, get into the second round, and who knows what happens. Yeah, the other team didn't have to play the night before. You guys know that. You're smart. You're devils. I get it. But that is one thing to look at. In Kansas, like I said, the last 2 times, and it's been a minute. It's been one thing to look at. In Kansas, like I said, the last 2 times, and it's been a minute. Yeah, they beat Kansas December 22nd. That was the last time they played them of 2018-2019 season. Yeah, they beat Kansas December 22nd. That was the last time they played them of 2018. 80-76. Again, that was here in Tempe. Kansas was number 1. And then you turn around and lose to Princeton by 1, lose to Utah by 10, then you beat Colorado, beat Cal, lose to Stanford, beat Oregon State, beat Oregon, beat UCLA, lose to SC, beat Arizona that year, 95-88. That was the one in Tempe. That was the first matchup in Tempe. They lost to Washington State, beat Washington, lost to Colorado by 4, turned around, beat Utah. After they lost by 10 to Utah that year. And it was crazy because I think of Bobby Hurley teams. Then they turn around and they beat Stanford, beat Cal, lost to Oregon, out of Oregon, but after beating them here, Oregon had blood. They were out for blood there. And again, ASU, I remember that game. It's about early going back and forth, and ASU just, I think, as I recall, just the last few minutes of the first half and the first few minutes of the second half just could not hit a shot. Then they beat Oregon State. Then they swept Arizona that year at Arizona, 72-64. Then they beat UCLA in the first round of the Pac-12 tournament, and then they lost to Oregon in overtime by 4. The NCAA regionals, they beat St. John 74-65, and then they lost to Buffalo, Bobby Hurley's old team that he coached, 91-74 that year. So. Yeah, but 2018, 2019, and then the 2017 season, real quick, as you know, I won't go through the whole thing again. Memory lane, I love memory lane with hoops. You'll recall that at Kansas, December 10th that year, non-con, they won by 10, 95-85 there. And, I mean, just taking it down. So that's the last time the two have played. And Bill Self that year also, if you remember, right before they played ASU, lost to Washington. So, hey, it's at home. It's, senior night. Like I said, honoring a few. And just like Coach Miller said, Molly Miller said, they may have only been here for a year, but they're definitely part of the program. So, and, it is their senior night. So, look, it can happen. Look, if this team crashes the boards, and again, you go low like you did in turnovers, they had, 5 the other night? You go low on turnovers, and you can, you obviously don't overstate the obvious hoopsters, and I know, you'll keep yourself in the game. But that being said, I mean, that's, when you play a clean game like that, all of a sudden, you're watching the film, it becomes muscle memory. Now, yeah, KU, I mean, they're going to go on runs. They're a good team, but all of a sudden, you've seen a few times this year teams have beat them. But yeah, we look at the turnovers from the other night, and that's, coaches always talk about that with Coach Early. The time they come, and yes, if you just keep turning the ball over, but you look at it. I mean, they have 5 turnovers. Odom had 1. Big Johnson, again, Muslim, but he had 3. And then Alan Mukeba had 1. So 5 turnovers to Utah's. Utah only had 8, but still pretty clean. Obviously, a very clean game, both sides. But you have 5 turnovers, and you're playing a Kansas team that that yes is very talented. Yes, And I will say this for them as you look at Kansas, I mean, and again, a talented team, right? I know you guys know this. And again, a talented team, right? I know you guys know this. I mean, you look at obviously Darren Peterson, the guy who's missed some time. You know, he was out, but in the 18 games he's played, he started all 18. He's averaging 27.6 points a game, guys. We know Peterson can score. Absolute beast. Oh no, that's minutes. I'm sorry. That's minutes, not points. Apologies. I'm sorry. He's averaging 19.7 a game, but like I said, missing 11 games to this point. He's averaging 19.7 a game. 19.7. 11 games to this point. 19 and basically 4. He's averaging 3.8 rebounds per game. Just has 27 turnovers on the season. This is a team that has 305 turnovers, in 28 games. So you look at that, or 29 games, and that's 10.5 per game. You're adding just about 11 turnovers per game. That's you're starting to get. So they're proving that you can pressure them, but you got to be smart about it. And I'm not saying anything that Coach Hurley doesn't know. But yeah, and then like I said, so I'll get to that in a second. Baseball and softball, by the way, transition real quick, then we're going to take a break. Baseball and softball are both on this weekend. Softball starting conference play as they will be taking on Friday, March 6th, the day after the greatest day in March. By the way, happy birthday, Amy. I'll talk to you in a minute, but I know it's your birthday today. March 6th, Utah, 6 p.m., and then the 7th at 4 p.m., and then the 8th at 12 p.m. So, yes, getting the conference play now that non-conference is over. A team that went 19-3. So, yeah, they won their first game versus Toledo in the Conchicaba Classic, and then they played Oklahoma, who came to town, preseason number 3. Lost 2-1. Kingsley Brown pitched a freaking phenomenal game. It was just an awesome game to see. But yeah, 2-1. And then after they lost to Oklahoma, they won 9 in a row. Then they dropped one to Michigan. Then they won 3 in a row, dropped to New Mexico State, and then won the last 6 because they went 6-0 at the ASU Invitational, as you guys know. So, like I said, Utah this weekend for baseball, as you guys know. They're still in non-conference play. As baseball series fell to Mississippi State 8-4, Tennessee 5-3, and then A&M 9-3. But they'll be taking on LMU. Again, March 6th, 7th, and 8th. 6:35 on Friday the 6th. 6:35 on Saturday the 7th. And then on Sunday the 8th at 1:05 p.m. All the games on ESPN+. So, yes, they have LMU. And then don't forget, I know we got to get there first, but Tuesday, put it down, put it in your reminders. Tuesday, it's not a conference game, but it'll count. They will host that team down south at Phoenix Community, just a one-off, which they have 2 of those this year, one here, one in Tucson, and then they also have they have a series which is at High Corbett Field in Tucson. So again, got to get to that. And last week before we hit break, they have a series which is at hockey. Well, so much going on with swim and stuff, and I feel like if They finished their last weekend against Denver, and they fell 5-2. They ended up an empty netter, and then 4-1 at number 8 Denver. So standings wise, by the way, so in the NCHC standings wise, yes, they fell out of going to the postseason by 1 game. So Omaha had won. Omaha finished 8-16-0. The Devils 7-16-1. So yes, in the bracket for the Frozen Face-Off, which the NCHC, which I will tell you, Omaha will be headed to number 1 North Dakota. March 6th through 8th again. It's best 2 out of 3. Number 1 North Dakota hosting number 8 Omaha, and then number 2 Denver hosting number 7 Miami. Number 3 Western Michigan hosts Colorado College, and then number 4 Minnesota Duluth will host St. Cloud State. Next year, when there's 10, it'll be interesting because I'm thinking the top 2 will have a bye. But I don't know. I didn't ask Coach Powers that, and I should have. But anyway, again, this is a heck of a year for hockey. Going to talk about it more. Going to wrap it up more. Again, I'm just going to say that. But yes, going to move on. We're going to take a break. When we get back, softball wise, we are going to hear from Brooklyn Ulrich, and so we're coming off this last weekend as they head into conference play. As they're getting ready for it. And again, 19-3, 6-0, don't have to play, 6 games in 4 days anymore. Now they're focusing on on conference play. So fun non-conference is over, and they're still out there into the stadium this weekend. So it's always nice when you can open the season. And a lot of these schools, not all of them, but some of these schools that came here, it's pretty cold where they are. So yeah, it makes it easy to host when the season starts and be here in Arizona. So we'll step aside real quick. When we get back there, we'll hear from them, and then we'll also talk more baseball on the other side. And hoops, as you know, senior night, men's hoops, Kansas. Get on out to Desert Financial Arena. Get there at 6:30. All right, we're back here on Pitchfork Launch. I'm Michael Caracino at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter, my IG, Michael.Caracino.5, and the YouTube. Again, subscribe, watch live, but subscribe at hey, you know how to get to YouTube. You see my name, Michael Caracino, but the pages at M is in Michael, V is in Victory, C is in Champ 005 at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe away again so you can get all caught up. But yeah, over the weekend, guys, it was awesome for again softball. Like I said, 6-0. Isa Silva had rough outing-ish, but on Sunday she absolutely closed it down. On Sunday she absolutely locked it up as the Devils won 2-1. Mika Luby came in and got the save, but I mean, just dealing when the offense again was making contact like we talked about yesterday, but was ripping the ball, and I'm not talking like lazy pop flies or high fly outs or anything like that, high pop outs, fly outs, anything like that, like just crushing the ball, stepped right to the defensive player who was just right there, right to the fielder, as they say. As they say. So, yeah, but I saw on the season, you guys, the lefty, one of the lefties, her and Mary Peyton Hodge, the freshman who's a lefty. As they say. So, yeah, but she has played 13 games. She is 8-1. Yeah. 8-1. She has played 13 games. She is 8-1. But, yeah, in 13 appearances. She has started 6 games. She's pitched 42 and 2/3 innings, given up 48 hits, 24 runs, 17 of those earned, 36 Ks to 21 strikeouts. Again, we'll take the plus. We'll always take the plus. 9 doubles, 1 triple, and has given up 5 home runs. Opponent's batting average, not great. It's at 273. So yeah, I mean it's and yes, she did transfer from that school down south, just like a friend of the program, soccer's Cameron Valadares. We had on the show. She she saw the light, like Coach Winkworth likes to say, and again, got to get Coach Winkworth on. They have a spring schedule, but we got to talk a little World Cup as that comes up. But yeah, I mean, so anyway, let's get to Isa. I promise you that. So yes, we are going to hear from Isa after her win. Again, got kind of roughed up a little bit, but yeah, she definitely again locked it in as a lefty and just was straight dealing on Sunday. Locked it in as a lefty and just was straight dealing on Sunday. So yes, here is Isa Silva post game Sunday after she got the win, and again, just absolutely rocked it. So yes, here is Isa Silva.
2 runs is all I need. I think it shows like our pitching staff is a really good pitching staff, and I think we want to have their backs as much as they have our backs. We vice versa, same sometimes. They'll have our backs when we're not doing the best. So as much as I possibly can, I just want to have their backs.
That is my bad. That was the end of it, which we'll hear again. I had to split it up. But now, don't worry. I got the beginning of it because you're like, really? You play that? That's all she said? Man, I tell you what. So that was a boneheaded mistake there. But nonetheless, yep. It's almost there. Give it a second, and we shall, again, hear the beginning. And, again, we'll for those of you, because people jump in different times, we'll hear that again. So, again, for those of you, because people jump in different times, we'll hear that again. So, But yes, here is this time. But yes, here is this time. Yes, here is Ayasa Silva, this time from the right spot.
Or an afternoon like today, when your offense, only puts up 2 runs, how nice is it to know that they'll go back out there and, play incredible in the field and just give you that support?
Yeah, I think the team is really good at, if we're kind of struggling at one aspect, we really push hard in another aspect. They're giving me all that they can give me. We've played a lot this weekend. It's hot, and I think just in all, like, we're trying our hardest, and that's all I need.
Getting obviously the start of the last game, like you said, the weather picking up, being a little bit hot. Just how are you feeling? I mean, from the beginning game, and then at the end, I know Mika comes in, but did you feel you have one more batter in you?
Yeah, of course. So, I always want to finish as much as I possibly can, but I'm glad to have Mika come in and get the save and just utilize our pitching staff fully.
This is the first time since February last year that you've done 6 innings of no runs. Just what does it mean to just have that, support in the staff to just let you keep rolling out there inning after inning, even when you might be a little bit more fatigued or a little tired, or take a pitch off of the hand?
Yeah, I think just for me, it's like go all out, do everything that I can. I'm out there to pitch. I'm out there to throw 7 innings if I can. I'm out there to do whatever I can do for the team. So just kind of going out there with the mindset of like, go get them and kind of do as much as I possibly can.
The offense has been great this last weekend, but today only 2 runs. How does it feel to pick up the offense when they're kind of struggling as the pitchers?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. 2 runs is all I need. I think it shows like our pitching staff is a really good pitching staff, and I think we want to have their backs as much as they have our backs. We vice versa, same sometimes. They'll have our backs when we're not doing the best. So as much as I possibly can, I just want to have their backs.
And then you took one off the leg. You wore it though. Like, how's your leg feeling?
She's definitely gonna be bruised, but it's all right. It happens. Next time I won't throw it so fat.
Yeah, going off that, getting hit by in the leg, and then you went and made that incredible catch. What was that? Just adrenaline and keeping you going?
No, I try to be as much of an athlete as I possibly can be. POs are kind of put in a standpoint of, you're just a pitcher, and I don't like that standpoint, and I want to be as athletic as I possibly can and do as much as I possibly can. So if I have to go get a little dirty and mess up the uniform a little bit, then I'm all for it.
Got one more for Ayasa?
There was a couple times, they got a couple hits or a walk or 2, and you kind of worked out of those jams. What's the mindset when, there's 2 runners in scoring position and an out to kind of keep you calm and be able to get out of the inning?
I just kind of think back to what I've been doing all game, and what I did to the hitter last time, kind of just going at the hitter and getting as many strikes as I can. And I know my defense has my back. They've been doing amazing. They've been making amazing plays. So I just know, like, if the ball does get put in play, that they are going to make the play for me.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Camera's still good? Yeah, take us through your Sunday.
Well, I mean, Issa had our backs and we did great on that part. I always believe we have to have at least 2 out of 3 aspects of the game. So that's fielding, hitting, pitching. And today our defense really brought it, and so did Issa, and then Mika coming in for that last batter.
Playing them last, everybody is going to make adjustments, but you guys, you're talking about hitting, but you guys are making really good contact. It's just
right
fielder standing, right there. So what are your conversations like going back in, each inning, just talking to each other?
Yeah, we let them well, I'll let like fellow lefties know, hey, this is what I saw. I saw on the changeup. I was able to pick her changeup when I was in the dugout. So I went and I let some hitters know that sometimes focus on the hand as it's like coming out of her glove, like what to look for on the change. So I know that's a way that we'll communicate. Or if we're flying out, like what I did today, you know, I'll let my teammate know, and then she'll make the adjustment and hit the ball in the dirt.
And then coach talks about, I mean, obviously talking about getting momentum going into conference play, and, you know, playing all these games in 4 days. But I mean, now that you're headed into Big 12 play, just your thoughts of the season to this point, and how much momentum have you guys built?
Well, I'm so excited. I mean, we've already played a third of our games, and now it's going to kind of slow down to where we can really focus on our pitchers that we're going to see, and then really focus on defenders and their strength of arms, catchers, and hitters. So I'm just excited for this little bit of a transition going into we're playing one game and then 3 games in a weekend, and really focusing one at a time rather than multiple.
It was 1-0 when you got your RBI. Can you just kind of take me through your mindset during that attack?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I was a little bit frustrated when I didn't get that bunt down. I know myself, and I know I can be a great bunter, and I know I can do the job, and it was a little bit frustrating, but I had to step out of the box, take a second, reset, and kind of breathe through it. And then Bloomer was just talking to me. He's like, you know what, stay through the ball. That's all you have to really do against a pitcher that's throwing side to side. You just have to continue your barrel through the zone, and that's exactly what I did. I didn't hit the ball hard, but I scored the run.
Top 7. Issa, they call a timeout, and the infield comes around and talks to Issa. What are you guys saying in that conversation?
We're just calming her down. One of like the most important things when we're calling a timeout is slowing momentum of the team, you know, because they got bases loaded, they had runners in scoring position, tying run on third. Slowing momentum, calming her down. I mean, she's pretty level-headed, so it's not like she's like up here or down here. She stays pretty even keeled the entire game, but just letting her know, hey, you get us a ground ball, we're gonna field it.
Can I get the last one? Nobody wants?
Brooklyn Ulrich, again, who's having a heck of a season so far. I mean, you look at Brooklyn Ulrich, again, who's having a heck of a season stat-wise. I mean, hitting. And look, Tanya Wendell didn't play the last 2 games, diving for everything, a little dinged up. But we're going to talk to who? You guys know, Pitchfork Lunchers Coach Bartlett tomorrow, going to be on the show. We're going to get started like 10 minutes early. I know, it's crazy. About 10 minutes early, but get started early so we can get some time with her. About 10 minutes early, but as we do that. But you look at, I mean, Tanya Wendell batting .449, leading the team. Her OPS is the highest OPS on the team at 1.366. So she is in 49 at-bats. She's gotten 22 hits, driven in 20, scored 23, has 3 doubles, no triples, and yes, second on the team with 5 dingers. And ever since she made that first defensive diving catch, again, it was like, then she came up and again, just making the defensive plays, absolutely rocking it. So I love seeing that. But then they have Ashley Mejia at 388, Katie Chester at 386, Brooklyn Ulrich 368, Emily Shep 361, Sam Swan at 354, Kylie Pond at 339, Jasmine Roberts at 306. Sam Swan at 354, Kylie Pond at 339. Jasmine Roberts at 306. Yaya Acuna, who again you need. I don't know the minimum at bats you need, but I mean she's batting .462, and she has. I don't know the minimum at bats you need, but I mean she's batting .462. And she has. I don't see. I don't see stolen bases, but yeah, Yaya Acuna's speed again insane. She's at .462. Tiara Ho Ching again, who missed some time, but she's at .275. She has 4 home runs. Well, leading the team again with 6 is Kylie Pond has 6 home runs. Like I said, Tanya Wendell has 5. Tiare Ho Ching and Emily Shep have 4. Sam Swan, Ashley Mejia, and oh no, those are the two with they have 3. Sam Swan and Ashley Mejia both have 3 home runs. So yeah, so far it's a team that has hit 33 home runs in 22 games. So yeah. And it can travel out of Farrington, but yeah, they definitely, and Tanya Wendell leading off, she's there, or even Tiare Ho Ching going lefty righty, and yeah, it's just again absolutely awesome. But you heard Brooklyn Owners right there talking about picking up the pitchers, and like I said, Kenzie Brown, she's had 8 appearances, she's had 6 starts. She is 4-1 with 5 complete games, 3 shutouts. Actually got 2 saves so far. She's pitched 37 in the 3rd innings, giving up 19 hits, 12 runs, all earned, 66 Ks, so to just 18 base on balls. So yeah, just rocking it there. At 2 point. Sorry, yeah, I should say she's 4-1 with a 2.25 ERA. She's got a 2.25. Isa Silva has a 2.79. Mika Lupi has a 2.88. She's appeared in 14 games. She is 5-0. She is 5-0. She has pitched 41 and a 3rd innings since Mika Lupi, giving up 49 hits, 26 runs, but 17 of those just earned 26 Ks, my friends, to just 7 base on balls. She's given up 9 doubles, 1 triple, 1 home run. And Mary Peyton Hodge, the freshman lefty, look, her ERA is a little high at 4.85. But man, you talk about grinding, and coach, you heard coach say she's a perfectionist. Yeah, absolutely awesome. So, but hey, we're gonna wrap on men's hoops tonight. Desert Financial Arena, 7 p.m. is tip-off. But get there, be there, 6:15, 6:30-ish. Get there, senior night pregame. Absolutely awesome. So, that part in and of itself, very, very awesome. And let's see again if we can beat Kansas again, because they, like I said, it's a team that's averaging 76 points a game. They're averaging 76 points a game. ASU, real quick, is they're averaging 76 points a game. ASU, real quick, is they're averaging 77.9 points per game. And, I mean, they are 11th in the Big 12 as Kansas is 13th. So, again, 76.1 a point difference. But when you look at defensively, points allowed, Kansas is 6th. They're allowing 68.7 a game, and ASU is 13th, giving up just about around Kansas's average, like about a point higher, 78.2. So again, can they not turn the ball over, get that rebounding and defensive effort? And again, not that they haven't. Can they get that tonight? We'll see. I mean, Santi, Truitt, like you said, playing through some pain. Alan Mukeba, Mo Odom, all playing through it, and they're going to be ready for Kansas tonight, my friends. And I hope you're there. If you are, hit me up. You guys know it at Diablo00 on X, artist formerly known as Twitter. My IG, Michael.Carrasino.5. If you leave a comment here, I'll see it in the YouTube. But yeah, hit me up if you're going to be out at the game. But be loud, and yeah, unless you're cheering for Rock Chalk, I don't want to hear any Rock Chalk stuff. No. Bad enough we always have to hear that school. Pardon me, that school down south terrible chant. Pardon me. Anyway, Well, that is going to do it. Get on out to DFA tonight, guys. Again, game's at 7. It is senior night, so get there early so you can see the seniors honored. Yeah, get there early so you can see the seniors honored. But yes, I'm going to get out of here. Again, tomorrow, start about 10 minutes early, so 11:50. Don't forget, we're going to have Megan Bartlett, Sun Devil softball head coach, former Notre Dame player, professional softball player, multi-talented. We'll talk about her numbers tomorrow, but I leave you with that. We'll have Coach Bartlett on tomorrow. Again, always look forward to our conversation with her, and again, her be a part of the friends of the program, friends of Pitchfork Lunch, and Pitchfork Lunch Mojo. You know, is the 0.0001% that again puts them over. So I will see you tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel, and as per defending back-to-back Big 12 champs women's volleyball, it is hashtag our state. Always reminding me to say that. It is hashtag our state school down south. Just remember that as you just learned in swimming. Again, beach volleyball as well. Regular volleyball, indoor volleyball as well. But yes, it's indoor volleyball. It is hashtag our state. So do not forget that. And then I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. You guys know it. Go Devils. And we'll talk. We'll have Coach Bartlett on, and we'll also talk women's hoops as the women, they get set to play that school down south in the Big 12 tournament tomorrow. So we'll have all that here on Pitchfork Lunch. Have a phenomenal rest of your day. Go Devils. And you guys know it. As always, Forks out.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
27-yard line. That's a great call. Play fake. Plummer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Cool. Touchdown. Quick flag. 3rd down and 5. Levitt swings it to Scatterboom. Scatterboom breaks defenders. Here it goes again.
Scatterboom is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure.
On this defense here. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon Compton. Welcome to 2025. This one the other way. Still going back. That's the drag. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her 3 right on the money.